Hello, everybody, and welcome to this special edition of the Chicks in Charge.
We are so excited. We have some massive news for you guys today, and we are so excited to fill everybody in and let you guys know the big things that we have been up to here, not only as the Chicks, but Epic BDC and SVP as well. So without further ado, I think that we should go ahead and bring in Robin.
Yep. If you guys don't know her yet, this is the wonderful Robin Wilson.
Hi, Robin.
Hello, everybody. This is like my cameo appearance on the Chicks in Charge.
Yay! Yes. We're so excited.
I know it's weird that this is the first time you're on here. It obviously should have been sooner, but
it's perfectly fine. I've been watching every episode.
Yay! We're so excited. Robin, I know that you have been super busy this month. Tell everybody what you've been up to just in the month of May alone.
Well, let's see. So far, I've only been home for one day in the whole month of May, and that was last Sunday. So I've been dog sitting for a friend in Costa Rica, house sitting and dog sitting. She has 5 dogs and 2 cats. And her and her new husband were coming home to the States so that they could meet her family. She had already met his family, but they came in. I think they flew into Texas and then drove over to the Carolinas, then into Virginia, and then back to Texas. So I was there for about 3 weeks, and then I flew into Atlanta and went to Dealer Knows summer camp. So I've been there all week long in hoodies and shorts and hiking shoes all week long. And then I flew from Atlanta, and I'm in Tampa right now. So then I'll be home tonight. Cross your fingers, I'll be home tonight.
Yay! And we cannot wait to see your
Yes.
It's been way too long.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
So without further ado, we know we have a really big announcement. Wanted to give a second to go live. Guys, if you haven't yet, I did just post this in the comments, but please go ahead and share the video. This is a really big announcement for us here with Chicks in Charge and Epic BDC. So share this post so that we can get the news out to as many people as possible before we go ahead and make this announcement. But without further ado, Rob's, take it away.
Absolutely. So for a number of months, and I honestly, Jess would probably have to tell me how long we have been collaborating and working with Reach BDC out of Kansas City. And if any of you guys know Joey Francis, and we have been coming alongside of him and helping with his BDC needs for quite a while now. And it's funny because we were talking about this before it ever came to be. And we're huge about, speaking out what we want and, bringing those things to pass and giving life to our words. And so it was really kind of interesting because a week before Joey actually emailed us, we had already been speaking about, man, wouldn't it just be great if Joey was just here with us? We weren't like 2 different companies doing the same thing. And then Joey reached out and made a proposal that, we become one company. And so as of today, we are announcing that Reach BDC Solutions is now with Epic BDC. And we are all together under one roof. We have the fabulous Joey Francis, bringing the quality he's always brought to the table. And now he has a full management leadership team alongside of him to help him, even grow more. So hello, Joey.
Hi,
Hey.
Joey.
Hi, Joey.
Yes, thank you. It's finally official. I love it. But yeah, no, thank you, Robin, and you ordered it perfectly. It was something I had been thinking about, but I wasn't really sure how you guys would think about it. And then I was so surprised that you were like, actually, we've been kind of considering the same thing. And so it's been a fun little journey in this month of May, and just excited for what the future holds.
Yeah, so this will be like the first guy that we have. Like it's always been women-owned, women-run, and so there's a little bit of a learning curve with Joey learning how to speak chick, and us learning how to speak dude. But we are getting there. We have to talk a lot more than we normally do. We've been so in sync for so many years, the 4 of us, Beverly, Jessica, Shasta, and I, that we're like, we speak in like monosyllables sometimes and the other one knows what's going on. So we're having to speak in full sentences now until Joey picks up the lingo with all of us.
Yes.
Yeah. Joey, we're so excited to have you here. We're excited to have you as part of the team. Give everybody a little bit of a history. You know, where did you start? Where did you come from? And how did you come to find Epic?
Well, I started in the retail business 10, 11 years ago and just started selling cars in the Kansas City area, moved into management. And I'm not one of those guys that disliked retail. I actually really loved working in the dealership. But I ended up moving on to the vendor side in 2017 at Auto Alert. And one of my passions, one of my things that I just really love is prospecting the database. It's just that's how I sold cars when I was in the business. And so I left in 2021. I left Auto Alert and started Reach BDC. And that was kind of our niche, just prospecting the database and getting those sold customers back in and do business with you. And so that's kind of where we started. And we kind of grew and we were adding more stores on. And that's when I had talked to a friend of mine and he actually recommended Epic BDC. And this was several months ago. I mean, we've been working together for several months where we had to outsource some of our calls to Epic. And so what's beautiful about this is we've already been working together for several months. And so when the partnership idea came to be, it was kind of a natural flow because we already did know each other and we kind of knew each other's lingo in a sense. Not the day-to-day, but at least I knew the personalities and stuff like that. And so, but yeah, that's kind of what landed us here today.
I love it.
I love
And
that.
then because I'm no good with this stuff, can someone please say what Joey's title is?
Joey is the VP of Sales here
Yes.
at Epic BDC and SCP Agency.
Thank you. Most of the time, I don't even know what my title is. So I'm like, hang on, what are you now?
Just make stuff up sometimes. Like
Sometimes.
I do all the things and I run humans and facilitate.
Joey, what has the adjustment phase been like from having your own company where you really only had to worry about yourself and your clients and, you know, the employees that you did have to now having an entire team around you of executive team members and other people that are that high level? You know, what has that adjustment period been like for you?
Well, I mean, in a sense, it's been nice on the support side of things. I mean, everyone on the executive level at Epic BDC, nobody's afraid to talk to a customer. Nobody's afraid to say, hey, I'll handle this, which is really nice because that's something that in the past was kind of just on me to do. So that's really nice. And then just kind of learning even your guys's book of business too, and the relationship you guys have built has just been really fun to see. There's a lot of people all around the country that really love Epic SCP Agency. And so that's been kind of fun to see that adjustment to and meet new people. But no, it's been good.
So what do you think the most challenging part of this transition has been for you so far?
Well, he doesn't have shirts yet. I can answer that.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I think, probably just understanding the flow, the flow of how you guys do things. And that's not really a challenge. It's just kind of getting in a groove. And, we've kind of been working together behind the scenes the last few weeks. So I feel like we've already made a lot of strides in the last few weeks. But and then I guess the big thing too is just letting go of my baby. You know, when you build something from the ground up, you take it personal. But at the same time, it's not really all going away because we've communicated with all of Reach BDC customers that we are now under the Epic umbrella, and every one of them has been really excited. So that's been cool to see as well.
Nice.
That's so awesome, and I'm glad to hear that too. So what do you think that the future holds for Epic now?
Well, I'm just excited. I'm excited about where we're going. I'm excited about, and I've said this to the executive team several times. I'm a volume guy. I'm not a gross guy. I want to get like as many stores as possible on board. I have certain goals I want to hit, and so for that, it's on me. A lot of that, that responsibility falls on me to prospect, to do what we do for stores, but prospect B2B in a sense. To get as many stores as we can, because I really believe what we offer to the stores is legitimate. I believe we're filling a legitimate need.
For sure.
And so I'm excited about that.
Same. We're excited about it too. In the past, like so originally, like I was all sales, right? And then as we kept looking for someone else to replace me, and then Jess, who had never done sales before in her life, and probably never even thought that she ever would in her life, stepped into that role and has been, killing it. But we also know too that we needed more than just what Jess could provide. I don't want to step back into sales again. Matter of fact, like I may be the hub sometimes that people stop right here and then I shoot it out as fast as I can for someone else to pick up the details and take care of all that, because Shasta and Jess will tell you, like, I can screw it up faster than anybody. And so there's no ego involved there. And I'm like, okay, it's funneling in here and I'm going to shoot you guys over here and they're going to take good care of you. Because I'm just not a details person. I'm 100% big picture. And like you may tell me everything that you need to know about me running your BDC or your social media or whatever. And I'm going to capture about 10% of it. There's never a pen in my hand anywhere when I need to take notes. So I'm so glad to have Jess and Joey there to take care of our customers a million times better than I can, 100%.
Robin, what do you think that the most challenging part of this whole transition has been?
You.
Oh, man.
Saw that one coming.
No, seriously, it's just us getting used to, someone else, and us, like, it's a rub at first, right? Because Joey's been doing business one way and we've been doing business one way, and like to bring it together and go, okay, tell me why you want to change this process. And then Joey's like, why are you fighting for this process to be this way? And so the communication piece at first, just like when you get married, right, is like, who's paying the bills, who's changing the oil, who's doing all of the things, right? And then make sure that all of those things run smoothly together. And that, the oil doesn't get changed twice in 1 month when it didn't need to be, right? Those things are super important, that communication piece. And as everybody's picking up their part of it and then collaborating together to make the perfect experience for our customers, we can be, we can work all of our communication stuff behind the scenes, as long as the customer, our eventual client, is not, caught in the middle of that. We just have to work out our processes. That's probably the only thing that any of us, because we all are of the same core philosophy of how we want to serve our clients. None of us are of any other philosophy. So it's now just logistics.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. The stuff on the back end has definitely been the hardest. We all know that we just want to serve the dealers with the highest level of service, really. And so making sure that we can do that while bringing on the volume and helping as many dealers as possible. It's just logistics. And so we all agree that, we want to help as many as possible.
Yep. I agree. And I think that Joey shares our core values. We align 100%, as far as having integrity and always delivering fanatical results and making sure that we are there for our dealers, and not only our dealers, but our employees as well. I think that he aligns perfectly with the things that are important to us.
Absolutely.
I agree.
All right.
I agree.
Yeah. Joey, what do you want people to know about, why you chose Epic, and, was there other options, and, why this?
Well, there were definitely other conversations that kind of started. But I will say, just as I said earlier, the fact that we were already kind of working together, and when you work together for that long, like, you either begin to not trust that person, or you either kind of grow in your trust. And for me, the longer I worked with you guys, the trust grew for me. And so if I'm going to consider, kind of like I said, giving up my baby, I want to make sure that the trust is really there. And so there was a lot of logistical pieces we had to think about and talk about, but ultimately, I think it came down to trust and the fact that we did have that 7 months or so where we worked together, which is pretty awesome. So.
I think so too.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to not nod in synchronicity with everybody, so everybody's.
I'm
like, can I go opposite?
I've noticed that she and I keep nodding.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, camera logistics are always fun.
Oh yeah. You should have seen us trying to do our photo shoot just a few minutes before the show went live.
Oh my gosh. We've moved everything around in the studio, so you can't tell very much, but if you walked in here right now,
you would know.
It's a tornado came through here. Robin, is there anything that you want our dealer partners, our clients, our friends in the vendor space, anybody out there to know about this? Does it change who we are as a company? Does it change what we offer, for the worse, for the better, for anything like that? What would you want people to know most importantly about what this means for Epic BDC?
Well, if you get an email or a text or a call from Joey Francis, go ahead and take it. 100%. Like, just pick up the phone and see what it is that he wants to talk about. There may be things that Jess or I have failed to bring to your attention that we have to offer that may drive some more traffic to your showroom. And Joey thinks with a different side of his brain than we do sometimes. And he's like going, hey, they could really use XYZ. So if you get a call from Joey, pick up the phone or call him back and he's here to just find solutions for you and brainstorm and say, how can we help you more? And maybe we can't, but at least the conversation has happened and we've known we can't. We know we can't now that you've got everything covered. But I would just say that if you get a call from him, it's just like if you got a call from me or Jess.
Yep, absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely.
That's one of the things I've really liked about you guys too, is you're willing to help anybody and everybody, even if they're not on board with you guys. Robin actually helped me a little bit when I started the company of just some what are cadences, what are things we should do. I just didn't know what was popular. All I know is to attack, attack your database. I know you need to do that. I just don't know the exact cadence and the amount of calls. And so she was willing to help, even though in a sense we were competitors in a sense. I mean, we worked together, but we competed for the business for sure. And so,
right.
I think I help bring that too, of I'd love to just brainstorm with you and offer recommendations as well. So.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love
Shasta, what do you love the most about this?
I get another brain to collaborate with. That's probably my single most favorite. Those of you who follow me on social, I never keep it a secret that I'm always reaching out to learn more from others who are in the industry, who have done this type of thing, running a large scale BDC, running an outsourced BDC, those type of things, or even, do BDC training, stuff like that. And 2 days ago shared that, that again, I got shot down, blocked out again. And so when I can find someone who's not even, or not only willing to answer questions for me, but, if that's on the phone 10 o'clock at night collaborating, then that's what it is. And I have that now. And from somebody who's been in multiple positions in a dealership, multiple different vendor roles, and has also ran an outsourced BDC, and just gets where I've come from, where I am at, and how I'm trying to best help the dealers that I currently have, and knowing why I do what I do, and just that second piece, and will listen to calls with me, will coach with me, and do those things. That's invaluable to me.
Well,
for example, not to interrupt you, Joy, but for example, I'm sitting in really a competitor's office today, and I'm shadowing with some of his staff today to see what their processes are and look at the CRM that they run, and to see is there anything that I can learn from them today that will help us? This is an end of 30 days of travel, and I'm ending it at a competitor who is willing to go, hey, come in, sit down with us, let's talk. And I got to, I spent the first half of the morning with a headset on, just listening to his team make calls, set appointments, and work through their process, look at their scripts. And, that's what it looks like what it should look like to be in this industry. And I wouldn't care who wanted to come in and sit and shadow with our people and listen. And I can't even tell you, Shasta and I've emailed our scripts out to ours. I didn't write a word of it. Our scripts out to people before too. And it's if there's something you can glean from here, use it. Take this line if you want to and add it to your part if you think that works. But we didn't invent anything. Right? We did not invent BDC. We did not invent social media marketing. Matter of fact, one of the people that I'm sitting with today, we were actually competitors back in the social media field back in the day. So there should be nothing but collaboration amongst everybody in this industry. There's so much more business that has not been tapped. There's not enough people in any of our fields to serve everybody. And I promise you that there's always abundance.
Absolutely. And that's 100% the mindset that we have with anybody who's ever approached us. And I mean, just like you said, there's never been anybody who's asked for something that we haven't shared our stuff with. And I mean,
because someone shared it with us.
Yeah.
We didn't make it up.
No.
I mean, we don't even really run off of our own cadences, right? Like someone shared them with us and then we went, that's really good. Can we tweak it a little bit? And then, but we didn't come up with it.
Yeah. Right. But at the end of the day, like, if you gotta put out what you expect in. And so, you know, I just continuously keep trying to put out the good and put out the good and put out the good to hope to, you know, get that same good in return. And I mean, not for that reason, but because I know what it's like to not have someone who's willing to answer your questions and to just sit there and struggle when, you know, there's people in the industry who won't ask for help, who will just be happy being ignorant and be happy failing. And I'm not one of those people. And so to have the frustration of I'm doing everything in my power to learn more, you know, connecting with all of the people I should be, watching the videos, you know, getting with the CRMs, learning everything I can about them, and then still getting shot down from so many people that I could learn from because they sense competition or they sense scarcity.
You just have to, your mindset is wrong about that because you feel like you're getting shot down. But in the long and the short of it, that knowledge wasn't for you. So whatever they would have given to you was not going to benefit you. And so whatever block that came your way, you just have to go, none of that information was for me apparently. And I appreciate that. And I'll go find some other information that will benefit me. Instead of being mad at them, just go, okay, apparently there was no value there for me. So whatever powers that be blocked that from me. And so I'm good. I'm going to move on and dig somewhere else.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it.
That's the only way to look at it. Because I just made that up.
I was just going to add, as far as the collaboration piece, that's important even for the sales side too, because I mean, every dealer is different, right? So like, and they think they need something different than others, because we'll go through a full pitch, a demo, and they're like, well, is there any way you can do this? Because this is where we're really falling short. And so collaborating with this team has been nice, because it's like, oh, we've actually done that before for this dealer. And so collaboration has been nice even for me to bounce stuff off you guys as well.
Well, we're having our 10-year anniversary this year, believe it or not. And so there's a lot of things, I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of things I've forgotten that we've done. Like, and you'll bring it up, whatever, and I'll go, hang on, we did do that one time. We did X, Y, Z. And I mean, 10 years is a million years in automotive lifetime, especially for a vendor or a entrepreneur in this space. I mean, I think about some of the first digital dealers I went to, and a lot of the vendors that were at the expo at that time were not even in business anymore. And so there's a lot, Joey. So you just keep bringing it up, because there's a lot that I've forgotten that we offered, or we've already tried, or we've tried and failed, and maybe you have a new fresh spin on it. We go, okay, that would have helped to know that. Let's try it again this way. So you should always be asking, have you ever thought of, have you guys ever considered doing this thing? And then we'll let you know whether we have or haven't, failed at it, succeeded at it. So many things that we've been through. We've pivoted a million times. And I mean, even with like Facebook sales events, Jess used to run that department. We used to do Facebook sales events, you know, and we learned a lot during that time frame. Now that, you know, we can add value in different areas.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Joey, we're so excited to bring you on as a part of our team. We could not be any happier with the way this transition has flowed. And we know that there's going to be hiccups. We know there's probably going to be more challenges, but we also know that the reward at the end of the day is there. And we're excited to see what the future holds for you, for us as individuals, and as a company.
Absolutely.
Hey, I am too. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
And thank you.
Thank you. And so I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up now. And you guys all know that we do our little wrap up line. In a world where you can be anything, be kind, because you never know what someone else is battling that week. So when you go out into the world this week, remember to light it up. We have been the Chicks in Charge. I am Jess.
I'm Shasta.
Thank you
Robin.
for tuning in.
I'm not used to somebody else having to say so.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you.